drown too deep, no strength to fight. 물결 속을 헤매고 있어.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Let's back the camera up a little bit. Crystals and Paint, welcome. How are you doing today? Yes, Crystal, it did smell pretty vile. I gotta say, it was pretty vile. Karen, thank you for your donation. Linda, Tammy, Manna, Amy, and Star Bright, Midnight Meditations, and Bartman. Thank you for your donation. Cassie, welcome everybody. We got like 20 people. We just started. By the way, I got in the White Fly Tarot today, and it smelled mighty vile. I have to air it out. So it's currently being aired out on the floor over there. So once it's aired out, I will post a 4K flip through. In the meantime, I did make a review, but I had to wear gloves because the whatever was smelling was getting on my hands. So, you know, sometimes you have to take precautions. Sometimes you got to double bag it. All right, when you're dealing with new tarot. Will Daniel end up staying with me for 2 months? Karen wants to know. Karen, thank you again for your donation. Star Bright, thank you for your donation as well. Love apples. What is going on? All right, let's see. What do we got? We need to move the camera up. There we go. Moving the camera up. And we are going to go with, let's do the waterfall. Let's do the waterfall. And by the way, Manna, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Andrew, I got your email. Thank you for the email. Stephanie, KS, what's going on? Yeah, let's see about that. Yeah, Andrew, what I'm going to do, Andrew, my plan is that I'm basically going to use whatever's free with the keyboard, which apparently is like 6,000 sounds. I'm going to use those freebies. And I'm going to figure out if I like it or not. If I don't, I'll just return the keyboard after a few days. XX, what is going on? Thanks for your donation as well. Let's check this out. We got Daniel. We might stay for 2 months. Is that going to happen? Is that going to happen? Wheel of Fortune says maybe. That is looking good. It is looking good. Now, I do think that you stay for a set amount of time and then you end up leaving is basically what it says, right? You end up leaving. So, yeah, Daniel ends up leaving. You end up leaving. Somebody exits the scene. They end up exiting. You know what I mean? Robert De Niro, welcome. What's going on? But the Wheel of Fortune says we do live together for a while. We have that cycle. What goes around comes around. We have this steady cycle sort of coming in. But the Four of Cups says after a while, it seems that we need Daniel to get out. We need Daniel to get out of there, you know? The Sunflower, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, we just had enough of Daniel after a while. We need Daniel to go away. You know what I mean? Chloe, welcome. How you doing? So yeah, the Knight of Swords is a movement card. This is being dissatisfied with things coming in. And it's better on your own. I mean, you do like Daniel while they're there, I got to say. But at some point, we got to release. We got to release and kick them out. So I think so. I do think they are with you for a period of time. Robert De Niro, thank you for your other donation. KSW, welcome to the stream. We have like 50 donations. And we've been on the stream for 5 minutes. So yeah, it's going to be a busy night. If you're in the queue, by the way, we are, you're down here somewhere. There you go. All right, let's check it out. Will I get the position for the org that I am applying to? By the way, Cassie, it is good to see you again. It is good to see you, Cassie. I've missed you. Cassie, you've not been around for a little bit. You took a little break. Now you're back. I got to say, it is exciting to see you once more. I mean, it is. All right. The Healing Waves Tarot. Well, yeah. So I bought the White Fly Tarot. I bought it, and it is mighty smelly. And the smelliness came off on my hands. So the review I'm posting tomorrow has me wearing gloves, which I have not done since the dollar store tarot review. So, yeah. It is quite potent. I had to lay them all out on the floor to air out for a couple of weeks before I can post the 4K flip through. So will I get this position? Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, Emperor, and Strength. I mean, we do have an ace. An ace is very encouraging and feels like there's a lot of good stuff with that ace, right? Tarot and such, welcome. How you doing? But that Two of Swords, though, it almost says that there are other things that are not aligned exactly. If you're looking at getting this thing, the Strength, the Emperor, basically says to keep searching. Don't sort of rely on this as your mainstay. Don't sort of lean on this. May, thank you for your donation. Don't sort of lean on this as something that's going to be the big event, because I don't really think it is. I think that you have other options. Two of Swords. It looks like there's some factors that are in there that you're not fully realizing yet, that you're not aware of. Strength says to be patient, to be open, to be sort of moving into that next phase. And the Emperor says there are other things that are going to be a little bit better for you. So obviously, entertainment purposes only, but again, it looks like there are other opportunities that are going to be better suited for you. Getting the position could be kind of rough. I don't have all of the usual things that I would love to see in here, you know? There are a lot of great cards for getting a position, none of which I see. May Adams and Modern Muse Tarot, thank you for your donation. It's going to be a rocking Sunflower. It's going to be a busy night. Sunflower, I'm telling you now. What to expect this week? Starlight, Star Bright, first star that I see tonight. Yeah, Andrew, there are a ton of things that come with these keyboards, so I'm just going to play with it. If I don't like it, I'll hit return button on the keyboard. You know, it is Amazon. It is hardware. Maybe it's just not something that I want in my life, but we'll see. If I survive a couple of months with it and I enjoy it, maybe I'll buy some patches. All right. See, this is what I kind of wanted on the last reading, actually. The 8 of Coins. This week, Star Bright. You already have one day down, but it is a work week. It feels like things need to get done. Things need to move along. Things need to progress. I don't think it's a week to sort of sit around. That 8 of Coins says we have more initiative this week. We need to take more charge of sort of where we're going, what we're doing, because this week we have a couple of things that just need to get hammered out. Not a week to relax, not a week to take off. We have to hammer out some things. The 3 of Cups says I think that we can sort of recruit people to help out. And there are some people that are sort of relying on us to do it. 9 of Cups says, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. It is indeed something that you can hammer out. It is something that you can go forward and get done. But overall, it's a week to get things done. It's a week to catch up, because I think you're running behind on some things. You need to catch up. You need to pick up and go and need to move forward with some things. And that 8 of Coins into that 3 of Cups, that 3 is very, very powerful. It does say that we have other people waiting. We have other people expecting things. We have some things on the line here that we need to get done. So 8 of Coins, get it done. Now, Eight of Coins is a pretty tight work card. It says maybe there's not a lot of opportunities. Maybe there's not a lot of creativity that we can put into it because it is the eight, but it is time to get going. It is time to get started on that. Definitely so. All right. We got Mana. He pops the question last night. Should I marry him? Oh my. Oh my. With all of that travel and everything else that you were going to do? Pop the question last night, should I marry him? Oh, well, okay. Entertainment purposes only, obviously, entertainment purposes only, but let's see. Let's see. That does seem got a lot on the line here. We need to find out. The Three of Swords says no. The Five of Cups says hell no. And the Nine of Pentacles says absolutely not. So, I mean, I'm just saying, if we want a beautiful reading where the stars align and the hearts fall from the sky, just beautiful hearts all right here. Beautiful hearts all right here. This ain't it. This is not it at all. We have heartbreak. We have the Lord of disappointment. And we have it's better off not doing this at all. So that is not a no. That's a hell no. I don't think that you should be married. I don't think that you should marry this particular individual because that looks pretty rough. That's rough. I don't care how much of an optimist you are. If you lay down these cards, you're going to end up in a bad situation. So I'm just saying that is a no. Gotta get away, run the other direction. At that point, when you see those cards, you got to run the other direction. All right, cocaine. How does my current love interest feel about me? Well, I mean, let's see about your current love interest. And let's do some unusual ones tonight. We're going to use the Dreamkeeper Tarot. I mean, I say unusual. It's a great deck. It's not as stinky as the White Fly Tarot. I'm just saying. It's not as smelly as the White Fly. But I think the Dreamkeeper Tarot is a win-win for everybody. I'm telling you now. So we have a love interest. We want to know what kind of passion, what kind of interesting things, what kind of good things that they can bring in. Because if you like somebody, if they don't like you, that's called stalking. I mean, I'm just going to say. How do they feel about me? They do have a sort of back and forth here. It's almost like that they really were interested at some point, and they sort of waned a little bit on the interest, pulled back a little bit. It's almost like things just haven't sort of flowed as well as they expected. The Six of Wands thinks that they see you as successful. They see you as somebody who can get things done. You are going to be just a dynamic personality, somebody that's going to be fun to be around, basically. Nine of Swords says you do have some other things happening about you, though. It's almost like that not everything is apparent, not everything is available. We do have a little bit of interest, but we're not sure how to process it. Definitely something where they're just going to sort of relax and not be sort of a chaste type of person as well. Queen of Pentacles says that they're looking for a stability or looking for a situation that you might not fit in. So they have this expectation of what they think should be in their life. And you fit some of the qualifications, but not all. Mina, welcome. How you doing? So they're sort of waiting for that unicorn, basically, right? Somebody has all of the qualifications. Somebody has all of these things going for them. They're willing to talk to you and be open about it and things like that. But bottom line, this is somebody that's looking for a unicorn. And if you're not it, then you're not going to be, you're not going to be sort of on the list, basically. So yeah, that's sort of a mixed feel there. We have a donation from Amira. Thank you for Amira for your donation. Let me know what your question is, Amira. I appreciate you. All right, let's go over here. Let's use this one now for the next question. Rob Her De Niro, a general for the rest of the month. Well, good news, Rob Her De Niro. we are, we are 5 days in. So if it's going to be a crappy month, at least you got 5 days knocked out already. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Let's see. Robert De Niro. Find out what is going on there. A general. Six of Swords says you're on a slow roll of expansion. I think that you have a couple of things that are expanding. I think, no pun intended. I think that you have a couple of things that you're trying to expand, that you're trying to sort of chase. You're trying to sort of get in on. I think some exciting things are sort of swirling around you, right? And you do want to sort of catch some of these and chase some of these aspects as you go. Six of Swords says feel free. Feel free, because you do have a lot of dynamic things that you can get a hold of, that you can do. But in order to do that, you're going to have to sort of sacrifice a little bit to get it done. Sacrifice a little bit. We're not talking major sacrifice. The Two of Wands says sort of looking around, appreciating what we currently have is going to be a good aspect as well. But you do have to sort of sacrifice to get some of these things that are sort of floating around. Basically, Five of Swords says prepare to fail with some of the things that you're trying to get done this month. I don't think that you have everything lined up perfectly. I don't think the stars are aligned to get you what you need this month, especially as far as work is involved, as far as sort of the money as involved. You do have some challenges in that realm, but in order to get that solved, in order to get that resolved and move forward, you are going to have to, again, make a little sacrifice as it goes. Ultimately, you're on the road to where you need to be at the end of the month. It's just a matter of proceeding forward, being patient, and just sort of going with what you got. So there you go. There is a general for the rest of April. Anyone thinking about me romantically? Chloe wants to know. Are we romantic or are we not romantic? Let's see about that with this one. Everybody loves this one. I'm just saying now. Everybody loves the Heaven and Earth Tarot because it is literally a fantastic deck. It certainly is. It feels good in the hands. It's not as stinky as other decks, that we won't name. It's not as stinky as some of the other decks with the chemical smells and whatnot. It's nice. It's nice. Is anyone thinking about me romantically? Yes. Basically, yes. I think that you have a Gemini that is interested in you romantically. I think they've been interested in you romantically. It's almost like that they don't want to come across as stalkerish. They want to be sort of casual. They want to sort of just be relaxed and whatnot. But they are interested in you. Definitely the Gemini feel here. Now, they do have other people that they're interested in as well, but you're sort of the main one for a while, and then they'll shift to somebody else. And then again, you're the main one for a while. And I think that they really need to sort of settle down and figure out what they want, because that's part of the confusion, right? Man, I thank for your other donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think that, they need to figure out what they want, because this is a person that goes back and forth a lot. They don't know. I mean, maybe it's a Gemini feel. They go back and forth a lot. They don't really know what they want or where they're going to get it. They're not really sure about the destination of what's going to happen with all of that stuff. I think we have a lot of back and forth action here. Ultimately, I don't think that they're just going to just leap forward and tell you that they love you, or leap forward and say,
I love you.
It just doesn't seem like that's happening. Boo Boo, thank you for much. Thank you for Too Much Hand. Thank you for your donation. You're hosting Too Much Hand. Appreciate that. By the way, Amira, if you're in chat, let me know what your question is. I got you covered. But yeah, you do. You do have someone thinking about you. The Gemini, good luck. Definitely somebody who's going to be a little bit too on the reserve, maybe a little bit too shy in order to get a lot of things done with that. Anyway, a general for the month for Stephanie. Let's get it done. Let us get it done. Okay. Amy B. I'm Amir. Amy is Amir. Okay, Amy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, what are we going to do now? Let's do another deck. Let's do this one. Everybody loves this one. Everybody loves the Mons Tarot. And Stephanie gets the Mons Tarot for a general this month. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tuhan, let me know what your question is. Sunflower is the hostess with the mostest. All right. I mean, let's see what's going on. Gertie, thank you for your donation. And Sheila, welcome. How are you doing? A little bit of the Mons Tarot here. General for the month. Well, actually, I think that you're trying to get something that you can't get. We got that. You're overreaching this month. You're overreaching, Stephanie. You don't need all of that. You don't need everything. You don't need the entire sundae with all the toppings. You don't need that. I think some of these things you're just overreaching. You really are overreaching. That devil into that King of Pentacles, trying to get it all, trying to get everything. Can I get every little piece, every little aspect of it? I think the answer is no, basically. Magician says that if you isolate this down for this month at least to where you need to be. Okay, now, Stephanie, your big opportunity is going to be October. Basically, that's your month. October is your month. That's when everything literally starts aligning, to where everything just starts aligning to where it's like, wait a minute, how is that even happening? How is that even working out? It's almost like magic. And the Magician says October is your month. April, not so much. April does have some challenges sort of embedded in it. And you do need to sort of focus on what you can get rather than what you want in this month. Emperor and the Magician is a damn powerful combination. I talk about this in my new book. This is a damn powerful combination. It says you're moving into a space where your manifestation is just going to be tight. It's going to be like, I need this particular thing, and you have the skills and you have the abilities with the Magician. You also have the power to get it done as well. So this sort of culminates at the end of the month into May, into June as it starts to build. And I think your pinnacle or your climax, no pun intended, is going to be in October, basically. But this month, don't overreach. Keep the expectations to where you're not just killing yourself. Okay, you're not just killing yourself trying to get everything. All right. So Robert De Niro. Well, next email be good news. Hey, T.O. All right. We'll see if we got good news on the rise. But using the thought, Robert De Niro, is going to get some thought action. Because I'm just saying now. Will A email me some good news? We hope so. We always want good news from A. But if A doesn't give you good news, there's always B, C, and D. I'm just saying. Good news, mixed. Good news, mixed. You're not supposed to read the thought upside down. Basically, we have two majors and a minor. Well, a chord. A chord. The chord is interesting here. It is. Robert De Niro. It is interesting indeed. The court says that you have what A wants. You have some things that makes A jealous. And A is going to be sort of a mixed bag when it comes to communication. I don't think there's going to be a day where they do have nothing but good news for you. I think that's not it. They like to balance it out. It's almost like that A's strengths are your weaknesses and your strengths are A's weaknesses. Like you blend together well. You blend together well in a lot of different aspects. That's where you see the blending of fire and water here, right? Fire and water. In my deck, it's fire and ice, but this is fire and water. You have that blending the opportunity there. And that's important here because I think that you need to sort of work on each other's strengths and weaknesses rather than trying to just clash with different things, right? Wheel of Fortune said you're not going to be rid of A anytime soon. You're not. They're going to be around. You're going to have to work with this person. You're going to have to sort of envelop this person into your life because sometimes it's just going to be hard to sort of get rid of or boot out, basically. And, I don't think you want to boot them out completely. I don't think you want to get rid of them completely. You know what I mean? All right. Amy, I'll be able to move out of the parents' house. The other Amy, want to know, will I get a job offer this week? Let's see. Will I get a job offer this week. To find this out, let's use this one. Let's use the Dark Mansion Tarot, because I'm just saying, Dark Mansion has a lot of good stuff to it. And it doesn't smell as bad as the White Fly Tarot either. This needs to air out before I can use it on stream. It's airing out right now in the other room, and I have the fan on high. So we need it to air out before we can put it on the table, because I will puke if I have to smell that anymore. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Get a job offer. Will I get the job offer? This is what you want to see right here. The Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. The Two of Swords and the Hanged Man. Basically, that's a thumbs up. That just looks great. JJ Flower, speaking of looking great. How you doing, JJ? You're looking at a yes. That is a thumbs up. The Two of Cups, when you're looking at jobs, when you're looking at job offers, when you're looking at interviews, it feels like we have two joining forces coming together, which is what you want. You want two forces coming together, you and the employer, you and the job. These two things are coming together, and that's going to be critical for the next card, because the next card's the Ten of Pentacles. That is the money flow. That is where money just comes in. Money just comes in. Now, the job offer that you get is not exactly for the one that you were hoping for. So if you're looking for that high ideal, that stretch goal of, I would sort of love to get a job offer from this person because damn, that was a good job. I don't think that's the one. I think it's one of the lower shelf ones, but the Two of Swords says maybe you can't get exactly what you need for that. Hanged Man says, though, it's almost like you get a job and you're moving somewhere, or you get a job and it's a little too far of a drive, or it's a little bit of a distance, or it feels like the job is a little too much. A little job is a little too encumbered when you sort of get into it, right? The Two of Swords, a little bit of a reality versus expectations. The Hanged Man said if you just sort of, chill out, if you just sort of chill out there, I don't think that's going to be a bad deal at all. But overall, I think you do get it. And that is encouraging. Amanda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's see here. What we got going on next? We got May. Should I do business or physician assistant school? It calls for a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
In case you're new, by the way, a throwdown is a wrestling match with tarot. We literally have... Amy, thank you for your other donation. Let me know what your other question is. We literally have a wrestling match with tarot. On the left, the opponent up here. The opponent up here is business. This is business. This over here is physician assistant. Business, physician assistant. Let's see who wins. Business comes out of the gate strong. I'm going to tell you now, business comes out of the gate pretty strong. Pretty strong here. And you got to sort of be there. You got to sort of be there to get it. It says that the lovers are a fantastic match, first off. You definitely want something there. It is going to be a great match. But yeah, overall, it just says that's going to be your best match. The lovers it overrides everything else. You know what I mean? It overrides everything else. Elmira, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. I appreciate that. So yeah, that wins. Business or physician assistant. It's fun. It sure is convenient. The market is saturated as hell. The Lord of Defeat being straight up your first card is bad. What would you rather have, the lovers or defeat? Bottom line, you know the answer. You know the answer. You know the answer. So business wins. Business does win. Will I be able to move out of my parents' house? Amy, I hope so. I hope you can get out of there because I'm sure that it's annoying pretty quickly, I gotta say. Let's use for your reading everybody's lovely favorite. It doesn't smell like this one, the Golden Art Nouveau. The Golden Art Nouveau has got it going on. The Golden Art Nouveau knows. I mean, but it knows. It knows the answer. And this is such a simple yes or no answer. Basically, yeah. I mean, you will be able to move out. Not right now. Not right now. That Ten of Swords says you're stuck. You're trapped. Now, notice that this dude is pinned to the ground, just like the wrestling match we just saw. It is pinned to the ground. You can't go anywhere. You're stuck. You can't move. You're not going anywhere. You have a couple of options available to you in 2 months. In 2 months, I think you have a couple of options available to you because we have two swords, 2 months. And those options are going to be pretty interesting. I think it's going to be a little more money than what you're expecting, but it is the opportunity that you have been waiting for. So if you want something that is going to be an open opportunity, that's going to be, here you go. I think 2 months is it. It is very sort of a limited scope type of thing. But for now, I think you're stuck. You are stuck. Give it 2 months, and I think you have a little bit of an opportunity there. It's almost like that you're moving out with somebody else. Are you moving into somebody else's place kind of feel? It's not, you know what I mean? Anyway, Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see. Modern Muse Tarot. Give me a general reading. Modern Muse, it's always good to see you as well. For Modern Muse, let's get the good deck out. Let's get the Wonderland Tarot, because this is such a freaking beautiful deck. It is. Too much Han. I see your question. You are in the queue. By the way, if you're in the queue and you're wondering why haven't you read for me yet, it's because the queue's kind of thick right now. We are here. And we need to go all the way down here. Well, we just did, Amy. We need to go all the way down here. So, a little bit of it's not like huge. It's a little bit there. Let's get Modern Muse, a general reading. The King of Wands, Modern Muse. It's almost like that your tarot reading, your tarot fascination, your tarot thing that you have is really sort of expanding right now. I don't think that you've seen the end of it. I think that you're in an expansion phase and you feel like there's a lot of things opening up to you. And I think that's true. I think it is. Ghost Blade, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. The expansion is going to be important here because you have to juggle things around and you have to figure out where you want to be. Because it's almost like that it's opened an opportunity for you that's going to be great. And I think you just definitely be chasing for that as well. Queen of Cups says you need to find what satisfies you emotionally rather than something to do. I don't think just having something to do works for you long term. I think you need to have an emotional investment. I think you have the need to have the emotional connection in order to get it done. And that is going to be important for you as well. Eight of Swords says you are restricted, though, from, sort of navigating a lot of the frameworks that you're trying to get. So you are a bit restricted right now. Forever? No. But this expansion phase that you're going through has sort of pulled you back a little bit. Once it's over, I think you're going to have that leap forward. You know what I mean? It's like when you're practicing a musical instrument, you haven't made any progress in like a week, and all of a sudden one day you just launch forward and everything's easy. I think that's sort of where it's at. The restrictions are lifted. It feels better. Again, that expansion can finally sort of manifest. And overall, it looks pretty good. Need a freaking love reading. Mana's Talk Sessions. You had the worst love reading I think I've ever seen on this channel. I'm just saying, you had the worst love reading for someone who was going to get proposed for marriage. So let's do a general love. Let's do a general love. Let's do it. Let's do it to it and find out what is going to happen here? It's becoming messy over there in Mana's house. I'm just saying, it's becoming messy over there. Oh, man. The Knight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. It's almost like that you need to find the situation that makes you happy. I think you're stuck in a place where you're trying to please everybody. You're trying to just please everybody. You're like, oh, and you feel obligated. I think people have just stacked things onto you. They've stacked expectations. They've stacked things onto you without any regard to what Mana wants, you know, because Mana wants the Ten of Cups. If Mana's going to go all out, if Mana is going to just throw it out there, make the commitment, do the things that Mana needs to do, she wants to know that it's going to be rewarding, right? And Mana needs to be happy with what Mana's decision is. Seven of Wands says there's a ton of hesitations. There's a ton of hesitation here. You're like, talk to the hand. Get away from me. That defensiveness of that Seven of Wands is like, because you'll notice that they're cornered. They're cornered. Not only are they being attacked by these sticks, they're up against a wall. It feels like you need to go away from me. And they have a little heart for love and everything. It just feels like that you're cornered. You can't, no matter which way you go, it feels like somebody's, you have some things going. And the Knight of Swords is everybody wants you to hurry up too. They want you to go, hurry up, go. And you're like, wait a minute. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to hurry up. Hierophant says that everything right now is just too damn serious. Everything is too serious right now. There's all of these things happening. There's all of these pressures. You're cornered. It's just too serious. You need to do what makes Mana happy. What is going to make Mana happy. Irregardless of the rest of the read, we need to get Mana in a good position where Mana's going to be happy. Because if Mana's miserable, nobody's going to be happy. Come on. When you're miserable, people are going to see it. People can smell it. You're just miserable. You need to be happy. So you need to sort of plan all of this out to where you can get in a situation where you can be happy. Because making everybody else happy and not making you happy, that's not going to work out long term. You may be able to put up with that. You may be able to put up with that for a little bit. But for a long time, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, man. So, too much, Han. I have a boyfriend. I hope he pops the question. When would he ask me the question? What question is that? No, I'm kidding. Let's see. What's a good pop the question? The Poe knows. The Poe knows. If you want information, Edgar Allan is going to provide it. That's the bottom line. Edgar Allan Poe knows. And we need the Edgar Allan Poe answers is what we need right now. It feels like we need answers. I got a boyfriend. Is he going to ask me to pop the question? 3 of Cups says no. 8 of Cups says no. And the window, the Ace of Swords. Basically, I think either this turns into a long distance relationship or your next relationship is a long distance relationship. I don't think that this works out long term. I don't think this is the boyfriend that you keep forever. I think this is just something fun, something casual. Your long distance relationship is coming. The Ace of Swords with a window. The window's long distance relationship. The Ace of Swords, it's a new communication. It's almost like you meet somebody you're really attracted to, you really have fun with, and they're not here. They're long distance. And you get into a little third party situation. Seems like just how it works, right? The 8 of Cups is you need to leave somebody. You need to abandon one of them because nobody got time for 2 love relationships nowadays. You need to abandon one of them. And I think that this is going to be a tough choice for you. It is, because this long distance thing, I think, is really pulls you in. It pulls you in. It pulls you in. So, no, I don't think they pop the question. I think you get into a third party situation with somebody at a distance away. You know, sometimes that's the way it goes, but I'm just saying the Poe knows. Gertie. Oh, no, we have Amira. We need to do Amira. Elmira. Sorry, Elmira. I'd like to know if the court case will be accepted. Will we get a court case accepted? I mean, we're getting serious here. Starlight, Star Bright, thank you for your other donation. We're getting serious. We're going to have to pull out a serious deck for a serious question right now. Serious deck for a serious question. By the way, before we start, entertainment purposes only. This is not legal advice. There have been 4 YouTubers that I know that were banned and their channels were deleted because they gave out medical advice. And they weren't a doctor. So, no medical advice forevermore. Because I don't want my channel deleted, nor is this advice either. We're just making a casual prediction, and we're going to see what comes up in the cards for a general reading here. Let's see now. Let's see what happens. Will the court case get accepted? 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Magician. If we just have a raw read here on acceptance or the skills required to get things done, right? The skills required to get things done, the acceptance ratio. The Magician's a powerful opponent. The Magician is a powerful opponent. And I think that it says, yes, that we do have a level of expertise in your situation. Magician is a fantastic card. The Knight of Swords, you read my books. You know. You read my books. You know. By the way, my newest book, I only have 60 pages left to go, and then I'm done. We are so close. I'm telling you now. The Knight of Swords is a movement card. It's moving forward. It's launching things from here to there. It knows where to go. It wants to go. It doesn't delay. It doesn't hesitate. And it moves into the Magician. That is such a fantastic read there. 2 of Pentacles says there are choices to be made before we can fully launch in there, though, right? We got to figure out some things. We got to shuffle some things around. But, I mean, overall, it looks like moving forward is literally in the cards. All right, let's go, Amanda. What's my ex's current feelings about me? What does the ex think? Where does the ex want to be? What does the ex want with me? What does the ex want with me? Boo-boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. What does the ex want with me? Amanda, let's find out. Hopefully we get some nice read here. Hopefully we get some nice reads here. What's your newest book about? Tarot. It is about tarot. Link in the description. Or no, link right there in chat. Or is it? No, there's no link in chat, apparently, because it's broken. Anyway, yeah. Look on Etsy. No, there is a link in chat. So that project there, that's my latest book. What are the ex's feelings towards me? Knight of Cups. It's love. It's love. I mean, Amanda, it's looking pretty damn good. It is looking good, Amanda. If you're looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many spaces, I think this is it. Knight of Cups is Mr. Romance, or Ms. Romance in this case. And it's something to look forward to. It is something to be, you know, where they sort of have a little bit of a feel for you. No pun intended. And the Ace of Pentacles says that they're sort of, if they do talk to you, it's going to be on a light level, casual level. I don't think they want to dive in 100% yet, but it does feel like that there is some potential here for getting back together, if that's what you want. 8 of Wands says, I mean, obviously it is what you want because you're asking me. Eight of Wands says this has potential to move forward. It has good stuff. I think they still have a little bit of a tingly feeling when they think about you. And, if it's in the right place, that may be entirely possible. But, they do think about you. You got Mr. Romance. You got a new beginning. You got a movement towards a new beginning. It looks good. So, yeah, looks pretty good. I do think they're involved with somebody else, though. So that may not be something you want to dive into. I do think they're involved with somebody else. Just bottom line. I'm saying now. All right, for Paulette, what does Paulette want to know? My cat has been missing for a week. I think someone took him. Please, is there anything you can tell me about my cat? Well, this calls for the Grimalkin Tarot. I can tell you that. I can tell you 100% for sure that the Grimalkin Tarot is going to be a good deck for this. Let's find out where the hell your cat is. Nanny, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Oh, where is the cat? Meow. Are they going to come back? Hopefully we don't get death. Oh, man. I think they're coming back. I think they are coming back. Yes, I think somebody adopted them, basically. Somebody is taking care of your cat. That's what I think. I think somebody is taking care of your cat. I think your cat got out. I think somebody noticed your cat. Somebody sort of took your cat in and they posted it on Facebook or something else. I think somebody adopted your cat and taken care of. Seven of Pentacles is like, the cat is out there sniffing around, trying to find a home, trying to find a pathway there. The King of Cups says, and the King of Cups is Mr. Romance, but it is sort of this kind-hearted person. The King of Cups found your cat. And the King of Cups said, that's a cold cat, needs some food, the cat's hungry, and they adopted your cat because they don't know where your cat, The Chariot says you will get your cat back. At least I think that's in the cards. I think the cat's coming back. The Chariot says you end up encountering this person online or something. But yeah, I think the cat will be returned. The Chariot, that movement card, right? The Chariot, here's the cat coming back. They're riding the horses. They're coming back. I think it's going to be all right. It is going to be all right. And luckily you didn't get the Queen of Swords. Because the Queen of Swords wouldn't have been nice to your cat at all. I don't think so. We'll do movement, music performance, or teaching for a career. Let's see what they say. Because, I'm just saying that if you're going to do a music career, the traditional manga tarot knows. It knows what's up. It knows what is going to be the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't delay. It knows. Music performance or teaching? Music performance. We're going with music performance. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is sort of this performance feel. It is a performance feel. It's like we're presenting ourselves, We're presenting ourselves in our best manner. We want to sort of be some fun things. We want to do some things that we enjoy. And musical performance really sort of makes us happy. King of Wands as well says we want to do something that inspires people. Because teaching, musical performance, I think you're on like this inspiration mode, where you want to inspire people, you want to move people, you want to get people to remember you. And I think that's what we're going for. That King of Wands, that fiery action within the king himself, says that a musical performance is going to be nice overall for that. Nine of Swords says sort of getting the money flowing, though, is kind of hard. It's like there's not a lot of opportunity. Maybe there's not a lot of bands that need somebody. It's sort of challenging to sort of get out there and go. It's almost like you need a second income in order to make it okay, Basically musical performance. So musical wins, Got a little bit of that musical feel in it. What to expect for love in April? What's going on with Love in April for Starlight? Star Bright, let's go with the Golden Tarot. Golden Tarot would be great. I mean, this is a good deck. It is a fantastic deck. We need to figure out what it knows about your love life. Because sometimes you can't find what you need in love. And the Tower says you're having a damn hard time finding it. The Tower, that's rough. Star Bright, it's like some of the stuff that you've been trying to build up in love, it just ain't working out. Some kind of things you're trying to sort of chase in love, just not working out. You love this person, you got a crush on them, they don't like you. Somebody's got a crush on you, but they smell terrible. It's not blending. Star, it's not blending. It feels like things just aren't working for you. We got the Tower and the frickin' Devil. It's terrible. It's a terrible combination. You're not getting what you need. You need to make some adjustments in order to go forward. Dr. Mystical, welcome. So in order to go forward and to make things happen, basically you have to make some adjustments. The Four of Cups says that the method that you're going about this, the style that you're using, the path that you're following, it feels like it's not working. And you need to make modifications to be successful. The Tower Devil combination says that, yeah, we're having a damn rough time with it, but we need to make some adjustments. I think it'll work, okay? That Four of Cups. If we make adjustments, what happens? If we make those adjustments, if we make the modifications, the King of Cups, we have a lot more emotional openness that we're going to be willing to get, because right now it's hard to be open emotionally. It's hard to sort of move forward emotionally and be vulnerable, because that's sort of where you're at, right? In love is being vulnerable. And it's difficult when you have the Tower Devil combo, but the adjustments that you're going to make, the things that you're going to fix, the things that you're going to patch are going to be good, and they're going to fix it. Quite a bit. They're going to fix it quite a bit. For Lydia, Sunflower, thank you for your donation for Lydia. Lydia, what does Lydia want to know? I do not see Lydia at all. I do not see Lydia at all. We're going to Nanny. Nanny, what are Nick's current feelings? I mean, what's Nick's doing? What is Nick doing? What do they feel? How do they look? What is going on over there? In order to get this one done right, and we need to do this one right, we're going to get the This Might Hurt Tarot, because that is going to be amazing. This is the deck of all time. It's the one that you need. It's the one that has all of the good stuff embedded within it. You know, it's like it's just filled with magic at this point. I'm just saying. Jasmine, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Let's see. What are Nick's current feelings? Well, Nick, the Emperor, the Sun, the World, and the Six of Pentacles. We got a lot of potential here. Looks pretty good. It looks pretty good indeed. I mean, I'm just saying. I am just saying. The Emperor and the Sun. It feels like if Nick took advantage of what Nick is, if Nick sort of came into their own and got comfortable with how Nick is and just sort of did some self-development and sort of worked at the optimization or worked at the self-actualization side kind of feel, right? That Emperor and that Sun. In other words, Tarot Chic, thank you for your donation. That Emperor and that Sun says that being in command, being the force that inspires, makes you the Sun or makes you successful. But relaxing a bit doesn't. Relaxing a bit makes you less. The World says that, yeah, they want something better. They want to be better, and they want to sort of either come back or present themselves in a good way. That World, they want to look their best, right? The Six of Pentacles says that the sharing, the communication, the generosity, they need to have all of it, because if they come in sort of raw without a lot of preparation, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think Nick is good at winging it. I think Nick needs a bit of preparation and whatnot. That's why taking the command, being the sun, moving into that aspect is going to be key here. All right. Overall, they have nice feelings for you, but Nick needs a lot of work. Nick's a fixer-upper. You know what I mean? Nick may be a bit of a fixer-upper. May need to fix the roof or whatever it is. Anyway, so Lydia asked her question. Lydia, let me know what your question is. You're not even in chat. Okay. Does my ex regret our breakup? Or do they have any malicious intentions? MW, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's go to the tarot tower. By the way, if you're new here, this is my tarot tower. It holds, well, this is the other tarot tower. This is the first tarot tower. They hold 150 decks. So if you're looking for a place to store your tarot decks, make you one of these. All right, let's do this one. This one is good. This one is nice indeed. It says that the pre-Raphaelite tarot will let us know what's up with Matt. And if Matt is going to be a butt, or if Matt is just going to kind of be decent. You know what I mean? Is Matt going to be a butt, or is Matt going to be decent? We need to know these things because you never know with Matt. I mean, a bottom line. Ten of Pentacles. We have okay, get a little queen action. We got a little bit of an Empress, and we got a moon. I mean, if we're looking at this, it doesn't really answer the freaking question. Do they regret anything? No. From the cards, I see no regret. I mean, I just don't have anything that says I regret something, right? The Ten of Pentacles, it's like they liked the situation. They enjoyed the situation. MW, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. They enjoyed the situation. The Ten of Pentacles, I had fun. I had a good time. I don't think anything bad happened at all. The other problem is we got the Queen. It's like that they were purposefully planning things. I mean, it's not like that they winged the whole thing. They were purposefully planning stuff within the context of this. Empress says that they're entirely comfortable. They're entirely comfortable. But the Moon says that they realize that what they did won't work with everybody. What they did is not a functional thing that they can do forever, or they can just continually do. It's not going to be long-term viable, right? We can do it short-term, sure, but long-term, it's not going to work. The Moon says we need to move from this area down here where water onto the land and then go towards that moon, right? It's going to be a key factor. But overall, they're pretty comfortable. They planned. They have a planning card here. And overall, they sort of liked how the situation turned out. Now, the second question, do they have any malicious intentions? I don't see any here. I don't see a Five of Swords or Five of Cups or an Eight of Cups or the Devil or the Seven of Swords. I don't see any, or Ten of Swords. I don't see anything here. The Three of Swords. I don't see anything in here about malicious intentions. I just see somebody that is just not, that just sort of either treated you poorly, or they just had this thing that they did that they know won't work with everybody, but that it worked with you. What does Noah think of me? Will we get married? Me and Noah are going to build an ark together. And the Bonefire Tarot will tell us what Noah is thinking. You know, what Noah is thinking, what Noah is doing, the Bonefire Tarot knows. That's just how it is. That is just reality. Well, now, we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, they could take you or leave you. The Seven of Cups, you seem to be the only choice. And the Queen of Coins, sort of a mixture. Basically, they have you for stability. That's basically it. They have you for stability. There seems to be an emotional disconnection where the emotions just don't work out. Maybe the emotional correspondence isn't there. There is a bit of rose-colored glasses in here where we sort of think that there is some of this tight emotional bond, but it's really loose. It seems to not be where we need it to be. That Four of Cups, we're not getting everything that we need from this relationship. We don't really have anybody else to go to. It is a stable sort of thing, so we're going to stick around. Why not? Why not? That's basically it. Why not stick around? Why not at all? All right, MW, the last reading of the night, by the way. The last reading of the night. MW, that's a grand reading that you finished us out with. Have to admit that now. That is a grand reading that you have finished the night out with. What can I expect in 1 to 2 years? That is quite a thought question right there. By the way, if you like the stream tonight, everybody's telling me they love the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate that. We got news program. We are the only news program. We are the only news program on the internet for tarot. If you like that, if you like all of the lessons, if you like the 11,000. If you like the 1,100, no, it's more than that. I don't know how many, we got a crap load of videos. We got a crap load of videos. Basically, if you like all the videos, all the lessons and everything, I'm just telling you, hit that like button. I mean, it just takes you 1 second, and I appreciate that. 1 to 2 years is a long ass time. Basically, you get stuck. I think that you get on a fire. You get on a roll. You get on things going quite well within the next 7 months. The next 7 months is just pop, pop, pop. Let's go. Do it. Let's go. 7 months is just magical. I think you have a lot of stuff going. Part of that is career. The career just seems to be hopping in some point. It just feels like there's a lot of potential, a lot of movement forward, a lot of action going on in there, right? And then you meet somebody who really sort of moves you in another direction. They drag you in a direction you didn't expect to go. They distract you. They have a lot of things happening. And you just feel like that, you know, I wish that I like the person, but I wish I kind of didn't want to meet them. Because it's so distracting, right? Tarot Magician, welcome, Renee. How you doing? I think you end up getting rid of this person, basically. You know, they sort of work your nerves a little bit on the needy side, but, you know, a little bit on the needy side, I got to say. Overall, you end up inventing something. You end up creating something. You end up inventing something. I would put it on Kickstarter, whatever but you end up inventing something, and people are like, you need to put that out there. And I think you do. And I think it works out well. Science, sort of an expert at some particular thing, and you end up creating something that actually makes a nice impact. It makes a nice impact. Lydia's question was, why did Athena block me? Well, let's find out. What is going on with that Athena? What is going on with the Athena? I mean, we can use the Gilded Tarot Royale. We can. Everybody's like, you can't use the Gilded Tarot Royale. And I'm like, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Last reading of the night, by the way, last reading of the night. Let's see how it goes. Oh, man. The Knight of Swords. They had to go. They had to go. They had to go. There was some definite communication problems, and they had to leave. It just happens sometimes. The King of Wands, it's almost like that they have other people to do, or they have other people to go forth and things like that. A little bit of the fiery aspect there. There's a Mercury retrograde between you two people for sure. It just happens. It just happens. And they had to leave, you know, had to get you away. Basically. So it's a communication. It's a Mercury retrograde feeling that you two don't blend well with talking. That's for sure. You don't blend well with talking. I think sometimes that face-to-face is make it better, but sort of over online or on the phone, I don't think it works well a lot of times. The King of Wands says they will be back, and they will unblock you in order to sort of try to irritate you. I think they know where your buttons are. They're going to press your buttons. They're going to try. They're going to get the King of Wands, that initiative. They're going to try to press your buttons. They'll be back, just like Arnold. They will be back to press your buttons. It's almost like that they just want to test you. They want to see where your limits are. Anyway, Lydia, thank you for your, Sunflower, thank you for hosting Lydia. I didn't see Lydia in chat, but it is a busy night. Thank you all for being here. We will see you tomorrow night.